Because Nell, Patty's sister, came clean about her affair in court and even told her husband about Tracy, Patty was ultimately able to obtain a divorce. Although it's quite endearing to see Arthur helping her get through such a trying time, Nell deserves to live a happy life, and she will. In the meantime, Nan and Patty make the decision to visit Jinny in England. Everything appears to be fine when they arrive. Patty appears ecstatic when she finally gets to see her grandson, but what about Nan? Sometime during the divorce trial, Guy travels to New York to help Nan, but after leaving Italy, he has missed a crucial detail. They occasionally hold hands and give public hugs while in New York, much like a married couple, and no one seems to mind. Or so they believe. Actually, a lot of people have spotted them, and the last episode will undoubtedly highlight this. Moreover, Paloma arrives and presents herself to Nan as Guy's wife. Paloma is aware of Nan's identity and the entire tale, thus it appears that conflict is imminent. In addition, Nan recently learned that Lizzie is the lady Theo is seeing. Additionally, Theo has told his mother, who has returned to the castle, that he now thinks Lizzie is the love of his life. I'm curious to know Lizzie's opinion. Given that Hector has a suspicion as well as Nan does, this is probably going to make headlines. The Lizzie scenario is probably going to take precedence over the Guy dilemma because Nan and Theo are married. I'm not sure what Nan will do, though. She must approve Lizzie and Theo, isn't that right? Furthermore, this is a work of fiction. However, I'm not sure how things will proceed with Guy, particularly after he informed her that it was always her. Each of these individuals has sacrificed something for the benefit of others. I have no idea how they will find the inner strength to change their own destiny. It must be quite draining. Personally, I don't think Paloma will go without a fight, but what will Guy do in this case? The part that confuses me the most is this one. In your opinion, what will transpire in the season finale? Is Nan going to have a happy ending? Conchita's inability to look at Jinny following Richard's passing isn't because she holds her spouse accountable for his passing. Conchita needs her sister and friend, so I guess the true issue here is that Jinny is acting too much like a stranger by expecting her to grieve like a widow, which is the last thing she wants. Conchita lashes out at Jinny after she confronts her, but she later makes amends by returning with some beautiful pastries. The first season of the program, when the plot was pretty dismal but we were led to believe that these females could handle anything, is definitely what this episode seems more like. Additionally, the girls appear to be much happy and everything appear to return to normal after Conchita and Jinny reconcile. As normal as possible, that is. Since Conchita is so generous that she is prepared to care for her awful mother-in-law in exchange for Honoria's freedom, Honoria chooses to inform her mother that she is leaving for France. Honoria is thrilled about her goals and the life she has imagined for herself, but Mrs. Brightlingsea, a bad mother, chooses to make fun of her aspirations. At this point, Honoria informs her mother that she will surprise her, but the mother responds that it is not feasible. Honoria approaches Mabel without hesitation and gives her a kiss there, in front of the other girls as well as her mother. The fact that the girls are finally aware of them and appear pleased for her is gratifying. Conchita may have known what might have been happening, but Jinny must have been absolutely astonished. Honoria is undoubtedly destined for greatness, but I'm concerned that Conchita will find it difficult to care for the mother. In this sense, I don't think we can anticipate much from the last episode, but perhaps we will finally witness her transformation. However, this woman has never been kind, and old habits die hard. She's probably going to project her animosity toward Jinny as well. Ironically, she will simply have to remain silent in front of Conchita and Jinny, her bestie sisters-in-law. Ever since she appeared at the start of the second season, I have been itching to see her. To be honest, there were several moments in this episode where I felt really irritated, but particularly when Tracy genuinely thought he was superior to all the women in his family. I won't get on a tirade, though, so let's get started with episode 7.